All right, one other thing we need to do with the protractor is be able to actually make an angle of a specific size when we're asked to do that. So a simple example is to construct an angle. We're going to call it angle A. Here's my little symbol for angle. Looks like a bent over L. Angle A, and it's going to be 40 degrees. Okay, so if there's nothing else that I'm building off of, I'm just going to make myself a straight line that I can base my angle off of. That's going to become one of my arrays. Angle A can start from this end or it can start from this end. It doesn't matter. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say that the A is going to be down at the left, and the other ray is going to come off this way somewhere, 40 degrees from this line here. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure, since I know A is going to be at this end, I'm going to put my protractor down so that the crosshair is right at the end of the line where I said the A is going to be, and that the 0 line of the protractor lines up with the line I've already created. A lot of kids get sloppy and messy. They have their crosshair too far to one side. Again, they don't line it up properly. We want to be really precise, accurate. There we go. And I want angle A, I want this line that comes up here to be 40 degrees away from the other ray, from the other line. So I'm going to just find the 40 degree mark. Here it is. And I'm going to make a mark on my page right where that 40 degrees angle is. Once I've done that, I'm going to take the protractor away, grab my ruler again. You can't do this free-handing it. You have to use rulers, make nice straight lines. You're going to remember this from class. I'm going to make a big deal about this. But I'm going to line up the very end of the line A here with one side of my ruler, or one part of my ruler. And then the other part's going to make sure it passes through the little tick mark I made from the protractor. It's important to be as accurate as you can. Make sure that you're going to get both of them lined up nicely. There we go. And so if I measure that, again, just to verify it, looks like I've got 40 degrees. Maybe I've been a little more precise there with how I ran my pencil through my tick mark here. Try to do better next time. Okay, if I want to, I can construct an obtuse angle, no problem. I could construct angle XYZ, and I want it to be 125 degrees. We've talked about this in class, or we will, how I name angles with 3 letters and why there are 3. Okay, the previous example I only used 1 letter. I called it angle A. In this case, the 3 letters helps me identify where the angle is. If there's more than 2 lines that are crossing over, it's helpful. Or if this happens to be part of a triangle, where X and Y and Z are the 3 different corners or the vertices of the triangle. What I want to know is the middle letter, in this case Y. This is the letter at the vertex where you're measuring, the vertex of the angle, or where they intersect. Okay, so if I think about this, I sketch it, I know it's going to be obtuse. Y is going to be there. Here's my angle here. X can be here or here, doesn't matter. X, Y, Z. Oops, crappy Z. There we go. X, Y, Z. Okay. So the Y is the one at the point where the 2 lines meet that are creating the angle. So, all right, same idea. I'm just going to start, and this can be oriented any way you want to, but I like to make it simple, so I'm just going to give myself a line here. I'm going to make sure I know Y is at the left-hand side. It could be over here if I wanted to. I could flip this diagram. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to say Z is here, and I know X is going to come off this way somewhere in an obtuse angle. Sorry, X is going to come off here, and I know it's going to be 125 degrees. So there we go. Plunk this down. Here's my 0 lined up with the ray or the line that I've already created. So I'm going to use the inside increments for measuring. I'm not going to go to 125 here, because if I do that and I make a line here, that's going to make an acute angle. It's smaller than 90. So I have to remember I'm using the inside increments, because here's the 0. 10, 20, 30, 40. I keep going. Here's 120. Here's 130. I'm going to be right in between the two. So there's 125. So I'm going to make a mark for the 125. There we go. Take that away. Line up the mark I made and the end of the line where the Y is. That's going to be X. And if I double check how well I did here, hopefully did a nice job. There it is. 125 degrees. Sweet. So, a quick little reminder tutorial on how to construct angles with protractors. Go ahead and give yourself a challenge to try to create some of your own angles, just to give yourself some practice. We've done some of this in class, or will be doing. So hopefully this video is informative to help you remember or learn how to make angles when you're asked to of specific sizes.